Mic check. What's going on? Welcome back to another Hip-Hop Snapshot. I'm your host, Ross Martinez, and today we're going back to revisit the independent era. Had some good reviews over it and some people asking to go a little bit more in depth. So, without further ado, this is the independent era part 2. You know what to do. Grab that milk crate. Take a seat. It's time to talk hip-hop history. Hit my intro. When the major labels slammed doors, the underground built tunnels. We're talking about an iconic person in hip-hop, Tech N9ne, who toured harder than most major artists and built strange music from the dirt up, complete with warehouses, printing presses, and ownership over everything. This man didn't just sell records, he sold a business model. And then there's an individual called Curren, the jet life general who left both No Limit and Young Money and dropped his own mixtapes and built a brand off consistency, not cosigns. Curren proved you could rap about weed, cars, and vibes and still eat without the billboard's approval. These weren't one-offs. These individuals were the blueprints of the independent era. Then came the internet, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, DatPiff, AudioMac. New tools for hungry artists with no budget and zero time for gatekeepers. In this era is where we meet an individual called Russ, R-U-S-S, who released a song a week for a year. Think about that. One song a week for a year. Crazy production. He was able to build a loyal fan base and later partnered with Columbia on his own terms. And Toby Wigway, who turned viral visual art into a business, staying fiercely independent while rapping truth, love, and culture. And we can't forget about Macklemore. Love him or hate him, controversial figure in hip-hop to say the least. The man won a Grammy without a label, and we'll cover that in another snapshot. But he was proof that if you had a team, a message, and a grind, the majors would come calling after the fact. The independent era wasn't just built on music, it needed platforms. Blogs like Two Dope Boys, OK Player, Nah Right, and The Smoking Section, they were the new A&Rs. College radio, indie podcasts, and even YouTube reaction channels played a bigger role than people want to really admit. They let fans build with their artists, not for them. And then when DSPs, digital streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music caught on, playlists like Rap Caviar, Mellow Bars, and New Music Friday became battlegrounds where indie acts could run up the score. This era wasn't about getting rich. It was about getting free. Independence was a statement that you could keep your masters, that you didn't need to change your sound, that you didn't need to sell your soul, that you could speak your truth without a boardroom editing your voice. These artists didn't ask for permission to build a movement. They invited fans into their process and made them stakeholders. Some artists like Tyler, the Creator, started indie, then partnered smart. Other artists, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, stayed indie, sold mixtapes for $100 a pop, and turned hustle into legacy. This right here, this is what hip-hop has always been about. Ownership, authenticity, and evolution. Because independence doesn't mean isolation, it means control. So to every up-and-comer out there, let this be your takeaway. You don't need a record label to make some noise. You don't need radio spins to be respected, and you don't need anyone's green light to build something lasting. You just need belief, a plan, and a mic. All right, that's been another Hip-Hop Snapshot. I'm your host, Ross Martinez. Until next time, stay inspired, stay curious, and above all else, be hip-hop. I'm out. Peace.